So I was living in Santa Maria, and that's when I got pregnant. I was dating this guy off of Tinder, and basically when I told him I was pregnant, he was like, you need to get an abortion. That night, I drank a lot. I got in a brawl with my stepdad, Mondo. I was covered in bruises, my shirt was ripped, my clothes were torn, and when I woke up in the hospital, I had handcuffs on me, the police officers were sitting there. Apparently I kicked the male officer in a not great part of his body. But next thing I knew, I was in jail. And I sat there and I prayed, Our Father who art in heaven. And when I was done with that, I was singing, Our God is an awesome God. I didn't see Jesus Christ come down to me, but I felt his spirit fill my soul. And I was changed forever, so yeah. So I had been planning on going to Planned Parenthood because my boyfriend, he had convinced me it was the only option. We didn't have any money, we didn't have a house. My grandma told me that network medical was an option and that I could go there. And I decided I should just take a look at the ultrasound. You know, it was free and I didn't have insurance, so I thought that was my best option because in my heart of hearts, I still wanted to see my little baby because I grew up being abused physically and emotionally, and I just always thought to myself, I want to be a mom and I want to give my kid the life that I never had. I want to make them feel so loved that they never have any doubt in their minds that they are loved and treasured. It was my first ultrasound. I was 8 weeks pregnant, and I saw this little circle with a little worm on top, basically. And I heard her heartbeat, and I started crying, and I was like, if I send this to my boyfriend, there's no way he could hear his own child's heartbeat and still say that I need to get an abortion. There's no way. And I sent him that video and he didn't care. I remember my grandma and I were holding hands, and I was like, Grandma, I'm not getting an abortion. Charles is out of my life, and nothing can stop me now from having this baby. So, Aurelie was the receptionist and nurse at Network Medical. She's the first face that you see when you walk in that door. She was so nice to me, and Carolyn too, the woman who gives the ultrasounds. When we sat in that back room and I told her about my story and the reasons why I was getting an abortion, she wasn't judgmental. She wasn't unkind to me. But when I decided I wasn't getting an abortion, they were thrilled. Aurelie and I became closer and closer. We went to youth group nights at the church, and I got to meet her daughter, and we would see each other most Sundays at church. They came to my baptism. Carolyn and Aurelie came to my baptism, and it was just really special. Like I said, I felt like I had no one at this point, and they really gave me comfort and the support that I needed during that time. My grandma had told me that Shavis is gonna be coming to have dinner over here. I thought he was this 40-year-old man. I knew that he had been injured very badly, so I was expecting a raggedy, gross, like, old man. But I saw this man and my jaw fell to the floor. And that very moment I was like, I'm marrying this man. I'm going to marry this man. I had never seen a more beautiful man in my life. You know, we got married really fast. We met November of 2023, and then we got married 2 months later. So I'm gonna be honest, it was really hard at the beginning. We used to fight a lot, and now we still fight like, you know, anybody, but it's really amazing. We have a really amazing life in North Carolina. We have 16 chickens, and I started a bakery. It's called Bublet's Bakery because our little baby girl, Aviara, her nickname is Bublet. She is the happiest baby I've ever come across. She only cries if she's hungry or she needs her diaper changed. A lot of the time I think about it and I'm like, what would my life be like if I had let that life go? She is the happiest, strongest, like she is strong, and I mean it's ridiculous how strong that baby is. And she's just so full of life. Anyone who sees her, who meets her is like, that baby is a special baby. I just wanted to say thank you so much to Network Medical and to Aurelie and Carolyn and Polly because they changed my life, and this baby wouldn't be the miracle she is without them today, and I can't thank them enough.